The Village of Eight Graves. That's what we're going to be talking about today. My name is Jeremy Quintanilla, and welcome to the Age of Jeremy YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you are able to join me today. If you're new to this channel, I talk about all the shit that I'm learning as I build my businesses and go through life. So why would you want to be a part of this channel? Well, to learn about amazing books like this and also about amazing business stuff. If you don't know, I own a business called 32R Academy. I also own a business called Age of Radio. I also own a business called Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto. In fact, right now, if you go to merlincrypto.com, you can sign up for our crypto tracker app, Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto so you don't get wrecked in the market. You can create exit strategies and all other kinds of stuff inside of Merlin. So go to the link in my bio, go over there. It's a 30-day free trial. Yes, you have to put in a credit card to get the 30-day free trial, but there is a easy way to cancel if you decide that it's not for you, because we designed it with a one-click cancel. So head on over to there for Merlin. And also, if you want to be part of my amazing Age of Radio podcast and content creator community, head on over to Facebook, Addicted to Podcasting. Join it. It's absolutely free. If you have a podcast, share your podcast there. If you don't have a podcast and you want to learn about podcasts, we are there too. We try to have fun community stuff happen inside of that Facebook group. Like we have this thing called Text-to-So Tuesday, where we create a topic and we try to get you to share your opinions and advice on whatever the topic is, just like if you were on a podcast show yourself. So head on over there to Addicted to Podcasting. Check it out. We would really, really appreciate it. But I don't want this episode to be just me talking about a bunch of shit that I have going on so you can go over and learn about it. I want to talk about The Village of Eight Graves. If you don't know, I like reading books, and I like, right now, Japanese murder mysteries. I have done the first two books, The Honjin Murders and The Death on Gokumon Island, and I believe the way that he wrote them, this would be the next based off of them being out in the United States. If you don't know who him is, it's Seishi Yokomizo, famous Japanese murder mystery writer. He was prominent, I believe, in the 70s. I'm thinking this one was made in 1971, so it had to be the 70s is where my guess is. But I've been talking about these. Now, I'm not just reading murder mystery books. I'm reading all other types of books as well. Right now, I'm still continuing my book reading, and I'm reading multiple books, but the main one that I'm trying to read is Thomas Mann's Buddenbrooks, but I will try to get them all on here as I move forward because they can be super, super beneficial for you as well. But I'm going to talk about The Village of Eight Graves, and I don't want to give spoilers, so I'm going to read the back of it, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts about it, like I tend to do in these. So, nestled deep in the mountains of Japan, the hamlet of Eight Graves takes its name from a centuries-old massacre, which the massacre in this is actually pretty good. Massacre. Ever since that bloody day, people say a terrible curse has hung over the village. When young Tatsuya arrives from the city to claim mysterious inheritance, death follows close behind. After a series of gruesome poisonings, the villagers' suspicion quickly falls on the newcomer. With the help of the famous Konsuke Kindaichi, Tatsuya must race to uncover the murderer and save his own life before the inhabitants of Eight Graves take justice into their own hands. The Village of Eight Graves is an eerie classic murder mystery from the author of the Honjin Murders, and The Spectator has called Yokomizo's mysteries the golden age of crime at its best, and The Economist calls them the readers will delight in the blind turns, red herrings, and dubious alibis. It's from The Economist. And as I mentioned in one of my other videos, I was not aware that The Economist rated murder mystery books, but apparently they do. And so that being said, I guess anybody can do a review. I guess whatever media company it is, right? So this one so far, I have read 3 of these. I still have 2 more to go. I read 3 of these. They are in print by Pushkin Vertigo. Head on over to Pushkin Vertigo, check it out. I'll put a link in the episode description to this specific book here to Pushkin Vertigo, and from there you can go to Amazon or wherever the hell you want to buy it from. I really don't care. Just make sure that you buy it and support Pushkin Vertigo because they are doing great works. And I love the fact that they have all of the books have this same border. They're doing a really good job on their publishing, and I'm really, really happy about that. But more importantly, this was actually my favorite so far out of the 3 that I read. And the reason being is because it has a lot of really good themes in it around family revenge, protecting the family, or a family like legacy, protecting an inheritance. It has a really interesting love story that takes place in it with Tatsuya, so I believe that it's worth mentioning for that. The other reason why I like it, it is written in first person from Tatsuya, which is the the protagonist, is that what, yeah, protagonist? Yeah. The main character in this is Tatsuya. It's not Konsuke Kindaichi in this one. So Konsuke Kindaichi is a bi character, or a NPC, I guess you would say, or a smaller character in this. He helps Tatsuya in a lot of stuff. And the captain, the inspector, I forgot his full name. The inspector is there with Tatsuya in it, or with Konsuke Kindaichi in it as well. And so I like that Konsuke Kindaichi always works with the inspector in these. So I think that that's really cool relationship that he's building or trying to build throughout the book. And then like I said, it's in first person, so it's everything that's going on with Tatsuya. It's seeing the murders from his perspective, so I think it's really good. And then Tatsuya becomes the main suspect for the murders that are taking place. And so to see Konsuke Kindaichi kind of be suspicious of Tatsuya, seeing the inspector 100% being suspicious of Tatsuya, but then seeing Tatsuya be suspicious of his sister, who he just learned that he had, and of his uncle that he finds out, because there's this really cool massacre that they spend the beginning portion of the book on before it actually gets into the story of Tatsuya. And the massacre has to do with Tatsuya's father. And so these aren't really spoilers, it's like the plot of the story. And so Tatsuya learns about this, but then he goes and he meets his sister and he meets his aunts, and the aunts are really great characters. So I think all the characters that he built in this are fantastic. And then so what he does with this, like I had mentioned in my other video on the death of Gokumon Island, is that he actually does a really good job building the bonds and relationships between all these townsfolk, because all of these murders take place in these smaller towns or in these smaller communities. And so how he builds that up, and how he creates a group think, and how he creates the mobs that go after Tatsuya in this when they start thinking that he's the murderer of all of this, is really, really interesting. And so, like I said, it's really cool to see it from Tatsuya's point of view because it's first person. And then, like I said, there's an interesting love relationship that happens. So Tatsuya likes someone, and then someone likes Tatsuya, and then there's some other stuff that happens in how his relationship to his sister is that's really, really interesting, and it's got some really sad parts into it. So I really recommend that you, like, I'm putting these because I recommend that you read them, but I highly recommend that you read this one, because like I said, it was my favorite, The Village of Eight Graves. It is the third one that you should read in the Honjin Murders. So I'm trying to read them in the best order that you guys should read them as well. So read the Honjin Murders, the Death on Gokumon Island, and then read the Village of Eight Graves, and you will be impressed, I believe. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the Honjin Murders, the Death of Gokumon Island, any of these that you read. Pop some comments down there of any murder mysteries that you think I should read. Also, someone told me once that I should probably try to solve a mystery while I'm reading it on through here. That's a great idea. I think that'd be something I could definitely do when I have more time to dedicate to doing that, to be able to put it where it's really, really good on the YouTube channel. But I am trying to build this YouTube channel, and I think that would be a great way. So I will try to maybe do that, look into how I would do that, and maybe in the future we'll do that. And if for some reason you're watching this and that has not been done, and this is like years later, then you should comment and remind me to do it down below as well. And I do the best to respond to all of the comments as of right now, until it blows up and there's so many comments in there. So again, Village of Eight Graves, Seishi Yokomizo. It is a Konsuke Kindaichi murder mystery, but it is a first person from a person named Tatsuya, so I really think that you'll enjoy it. I always say, Namo Amida Butsu. Remember to follow me everywhere on social media at Age of Jeremy. Like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I also say, remember, be thankful, grateful, and kind, and we will talk with you next time. Bye.